Today, I'm going to be giving the Kansas City Royals a 99 overall trio to see if they can save them. And at the time of recording this, the Royals are currently 38 and 52 right now. That has them tied with the Angels for the worst team in the MLB. So it's pretty apparent that this team desperately needs some help. So hopefully this new 99 overall trio can help them out, because now they have Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, and Tarik Skubal. And if that wasn't enough, they already had Bobby Witt Jr., who's also a 99 overall. So with 4 99 overalls on this team, they definitely have potential to actually be a threat this season. And we have a pretty big test right out of the gate, because our first game is against Atlanta. And we're already off to a bit of a rocky start here. We're not losing yet, but Atlanta's threatening to take the lead here, and we couldn't do anything in the first inning. So we have no runs on the board. And in case you haven't noticed, Atlanta has 2 runners on the corners right now. So we got to be careful about that. On the bright side for us though, Atlanta is down to their final out. Why would you swing at that? That was brutal. We got bailed out so badly there. Like, that pitch was damn near on the plate. They do have 2 runners in scoring position though, so that makes it a bit more difficult. If he can put something in the outfield, that is going to be a problem for us. And this has been a tough at bat, man. Like, Harris is really fighting here, but it looks like we are finally going to strike him out to get out of the jam. But now we're coming back out here in the 3rd inning, and unfortunately Atlanta did end up hitting a home run. I want to say it was ALDS, but either way, we're down 1-0 right now. We do have a runner on base for Shohei though, so hopefully he can do something with that. I do have 2 strikes in the count with Shohei though, so I definitely got to be careful over what I chase here. That was not one I should have gone after, but I kind of had to, because I would have clipped the zone if I didn't. So we're going to pop up, which puts 2 outs. Aaron Judge, I am begging you to at least get a base hit. I want to try and make it to Bobby Witt Jr. That's a good pitch to go after. That's going to be a base hit from Judge. So we have a runner in scoring position now, which will bring up Bobby Witt Jr. with a chance to hopefully tie the game. I'm going to be so disappointed if we just sky one to the outfield again. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I just did. That is not dropping. So that is going to end the inning. We're still losing 1-0. However, after that, things actually went our way pretty quickly, because now we're winning 3-1 in the 4th inning, and Shohei's going to hit a homer this time. I didn't even have time to say that there was a runner on base, but that's going to be a 2-run bomb to put us up 5-1. And since then, that lead has turned into an absolute blowout. We are winning 13-1. So as long as we don't allow 12 runs without getting 2 outs, this game is going to be over. I'm going to try and get him with a fastball and see if that can work. He didn't even chase it. So ALDS is down to his final strike. I kind of hope he it's not happening. I was hoping for a double play to just end it here, but either way, Atlanta is now down to their final out, and it looks like White is going to be their last hope. I'm going to try and get him with a slider, and that should be the game. We're going to throw him out at first to end it. So that is one hell of a start to the season. We're going to take it 13-1 in an absolute blowout. But after that, I went ahead and simmed to May to see if this team was holding up. And it looks like we've actually been very solid. We're 20-14 on the year right now. So at the moment, we are winning the division, only by half a game though. Cleveland is right behind us, and that is the next team that we are going to be taking on in a 4-game series. So this is a pretty important one. If we can get a sweep, that would be huge. Unfortunately for us though, it looks like game 1 is not going to go our way. We're going to end up losing 4-1. So the Guardians already have a 1-0 series lead. And so far, this definitely hasn't been the best game for Kansas City either, because we're once again losing 3-1. Shohei is going to have a base hit to put him on though, so we got a runner on for Aaron Judge. This would definitely be a great time to pop one out of here, and there we go. Just like that, Aaron Judge is going to tie this game up at 3. I don't know where the bats were for the rest of this game, but it looks like we're finally starting to get going right now. And there's still only 1 out in the inning, so we have a chance to really rally here. I'm going to try and get on base with Bobby Witt Jr., and that's another good pitch to go after. It's going to be a perfect, but we are going to get held to first. And it looks like Cleveland is going to be making a pitching change. So Sabrowski's in now, and that's going to bring up Perez as well. I actually feel pretty good about having him at the plate, man. Like, this guy's got some pop, so if they leave a mistake pitch over the middle, this guy will definitely make you pay for it. Oh, man, we're gonna strike out with Perez though, so that's gonna end the inning. But either way, I'm still happy that we were able to come back and tie it up. That is huge. And after that, we were actually able to hold on to send this game to extra innings. But in the top of the 10th, the Guardians did score a run, so we're losing by 1 right now, and Salvador Perez is at the dish. But if this guy can find a way to pop one out of here, which would obviously be huge, that would walk it off. I gotta watch out here, though. Like, I already have 2 strikes in the count early. That's gonna be a base hit, though, which will at least tie the game, assuming he makes it home. And it looks like he's going to, so we're knotted at 4. So that's gonna bring up Garcia with a chance to hopefully put Perez in scoring position. Like, if we can do that, you gotta keep in mind, there's still nobody out. So, oh, please drop. Please drop. That's another base hit. So if Thomas can get a deep base hit here, which he's not going to do, that's just going to be a flyout. But I'm going to send Perez to 3. Come on, you should make it. You should make it. All we got to do is pop up now. So if Kyle Isabel can hit basically anything into the outfield, that should win this game. And that is going to do it. Hold on. Hold on. I might have spoke too soon. We should still make it there. I didn't go because I thought he was going to catch that for a second, but we're still going to make it with Perez, which will walk the game off for Kansas City. That was a great comeback, man. So that's going to knot the series at 1 apiece. Unfortunately, after that, though, we weren't able to win the series, but we did split it. So either way, we still have half a game over Cleveland for the time being. But after that, I went ahead and simmed past the All-Star break to see how our team was doing. And we are actually tied with the Reds for the best team in baseball right now at 60 wins. So obviously we've been doing great. We have a whole 5.5 games over Cleveland, which is a pretty strong lead, but there's still tons of time left. So we got to make sure that we keep winning games. And in our next series, we are going to be taking on the Padres, who are 48-48. Once again, though, like hopping into this, it is not really looking good for Kansas City. We're currently losing 7-3 right now. Make it 7-5. Shohei just popped one out of here. The power in this batting lineup is absolutely insane, man. And that literally just starts off the heart of the order as well. We still have Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. due up. Judge does have 2 strikes in the count, though, so that is definitely a little bit of an issue, but he's going to make up and get a base hit. So we have a runner on now for Witt. And they are changing pitchers as well, man. That's going to bring in Jason Adams. I thought Bobby Witt Jr. was going to be coming up, but I'm pretty sure he actually started over Ohtani. I think he actually led the game off. I didn't really get a good look at the batting lineup, but either way, if Garcia can keep the rally going, that would be great. That should at least drop for another base hit, so we have 2 runners on. Pasquantino and Perez did both pop up after that, though, so there's 2 out for Bobby Witt Jr., who's apparently hitting 6th in the lineup right now, and he's going to get a base hit, which will score another run. I think we got a little too greedy there, though. No, we're going to be safe at 3rd. Man, if we can somehow pop a homer, that would be absolutely insane, man. But Castiglione now has a chance to tie the game. That looks pretty deep as well. I don't think it's going to keep carrying. Oh, no way, it's gone. That's going to be a home run from Castiglione. Or Caglione, sorry. But man, that gives us the lead. What a comeback again. And the Padres did score another run after that to keep it close, but we're going to take it 9-8. So the comeback kids strike again, man. That is another big win for the Royals. And after that, we didn't get the sweep, but we did win game 2 to take the series 2-1. So we're 62-38 now. So I'm going to sim to the playoffs and see what these guys can do to end off the year. And after that, it looks like we did finish off the season strong, going 99-63, which does win the division. And that was actually enough to be the best team in the American League. So we get a first round bye to the ALDS, where we're going to be taking on either Cleveland or Seattle. And it looks like the Guardians are going to bounce Seattle 2-1. So this should be a pretty entertaining series. And we were losing 3-1 at one point in this game, but we actually pulled off a pretty impressive comeback to tie it at 2. So we have a chance to walk it off now in the 9th inning. The tough part about that is, though, we are hitting with the end of the order right now, so we need to rely on 7, 8, 9 to try and get on base so we can bring up Ohtani, and Collins is just going to ground out. So there is 1 out now for Jonathan India. I feel like we only need like 1 solid base hit to keep it going. That's not going to be it, though. Oh, hold on. We actually made it to first. That was kind of unexpected. I did not think we were going to be there safely. So that brings up Thomas now. That was not a good pitch to go after. Actually, that might drop. It's not going to, though. So There's 2 outs for Aaron Judge. Or not Judge, sorry. That's going to bring up Ohtani. But either way, man, we have a decent chance to walk it off. I feel like if those two can both get base hits, we should be good. And Ohtani's going to start it off with a rocket to the outfield. That actually might do it. I'm going to try and send him home from third. That's kind of risky, but he's gonna be there safe. He made it from first to home. That was some great base running from Jonathan India. So Shohei Ohtani is gonna walk it off to take game 1 against Cleveland. And as you guys can see, after that, we did go on to win this series 3-1. So that's gonna send us to the ALCS, where we're gonna be taking on the Tigers, who by the looks of it, beat Houston and Tampa to get here, so they've been on a roll. It looks like their roll might be stopping in the ALCS though, because they did win game 1 9-2, so I was kind of getting worried there, but then we barely won game 2 and then absolutely cooked them in game 3 and 4, so we have a chance to end it in game 5. It seems like pretty much for all of our wins, we need to come out and pull off a comeback, and it looks like it's going to be the same story here if we do win this game, because we were down 4-1 at one point, but it's now 4-3, and we have Shohei Ohtani on second base for Aaron Judge. That's not going anywhere though, but either way, that will still send Shohei to third, so a base hit ties it. So it's all up to Bobby Witt Jr. now to try and knot this game at 4 apiece. We gotta make sure, okay, I gotta focus up. That was a bad chase. That should be better. Come on, drop, drop, drop. That's gonna tie the game at 4. Okay, so we're all knotted up now. See what happens when I actually focus? We can make good hits. So that's gonna put Witt Jr. on first. The inning's still not over, man. Like Pasquantino, yeah, okay, that's gonna do it. That's just a pop-up from him. So we're not gonna score any more, but at least we tied it up. But now we're coming back out here in the top of the 9th inning, and it looks like we are still tied up at 4 right now. So I'm hoping Shohei can find a way to get on. There is 1 out as well, but we have the heart of the order up right now. So, oh, we don't even need to rally. Shohei's gonna put 1 out of here. So that's gonna tie, sorry, what am I saying? That is not gonna tie the game. That's gonna give us a 5-4 lead over the Tigers. So all of a sudden, Detroit's season is on the line. It looks like we're not gonna get out of it that easily though, because the Tigers do have 2 runners on in the bottom of the 9th inning, and we weren't able to do any more scoring, so it's still only 5-4. There are 2 outs though, so a double play puts it away. See if he chases a fastball in the corner. Come on, take it. That is problems. That is a problem. I think I should actually be able to throw him out at third though if he goes. He's not going. He knows. I'm actually very happy he didn't go to third there. So either way, a base hit would still probably tie this game up, but I'm hoping we can end it right here, man. That's 1 strike, 2 strikes. He's gonna foul it off. So the Kansas City Royals are 1 swing away from a trip to the World Series, and that should do it right there. We're gonna beat them to first. So Kansas City is gonna knock out the Tigers, which will send the Royals back to the World Series. And I was kind of expecting to be playing the LA Dodgers, but it looks like they actually got upset by the Cincinnati Reds, who were a 100-win team this season. So records-wise, they were 1 game above us for the best team in baseball, but yeah, this should actually make for a pretty good one. And so far, it has been a good series, but we have a 3-2 lead, so it looks like we have a chance to win the World Series in Game 6. So far, this game has been basically all Kansas City so far. We're up 7-3, so it's possible for the Reds to pull off a comeback, but we're in the 9th inning in case you haven't noticed. So it's going to be really tough. They're going to have to pop off in the bottom of the 9th. So either way, it definitely wouldn't hurt to try and extend that lead here. So I'm kind of hoping for at least 1 run in this inning, but we're just going to ground out in our first at bat. So there's 1 down, and after that, Misner struck out as well. So apparently there's 2 outs for Shohei Ohtani. It's really not looking like we're going to be tacking any more runs on unless Shohei can do something. I was pretty early on that, but we're still gonna get on base. So now there's 2 outs with a runner on base for Aaron Judge. I'm hoping he can sky 1 out of here, man. Like a home run would probably be the exclamation mark that we need. Make contact at least. Come on, get through. I don't think that's working. Judge is gonna get thrown out at first, so that's gonna end the inning. But either way, we're still in a very good position right now. And by the looks of it, I think our lead is going to be safe here because the Reds are down to their final out and we're still up 7-3. But Elly De La Cruz has a chance to make it a little bit closer. They do have a runner on second for him right now. but hold on. Take the swing. He's gonna foul it off. Let's see if he goes after a sinker. That could definitely be a dangerous pitch. He's gonna make contact, but that's another foul. So the Reds are now down to their final strike. I'm gonna try and plant a fastball in there. It's gonna be a base hit though, so that's gonna score a run. I might have been able to, I definitely could have thrown him out at home. I should have gone there, but either way, we still have a 3-run lead, so I'm not too upset about that. Hopefully we can end it right here, though. We do not want to, like, load the bases or anything. That would be absolutely brutal if we somehow found a way to screw this up. I think we got him right there. He fouled it off. Making us work for it. I will give the Reds that, but he's gonna swing and miss this time, which will end the game. The Royals are World Series champions. So no surprise, putting Skubal, Judge, and Ohtani on the same team as Bobby Witt Jr. is gonna be a great success for Kansas City. That was one hell of a playoff run. Like, we were very dominant the whole way through. Even though they lost, though, I think you still got to give flowers to the Reds because that was an incredible season from them. I did not expect that whatsoever. But either way, as you can see to end off the video, the Kansas City Royals are World Series champions. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try and get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got my TikTok, Instagram, and my main channel where I post Madden, all linked in my description below. So if you're into football, definitely check out the main channel. But other than all of that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.